Steven here. So today we're going to be talking about actually the trailer for the Go-kart Pro 2 or any go-kart that you have from Segway. This thing is not made officially by Segway. This is made by some random manufacturer in China. It's a pretty good job. There are some pros and cons, and it's pretty expensive for what you get. So this whole thing cost a little bit under $500 to get it shipped to you. I think the cost to make this is around $200. The cost to ship it here is around $200, which is pretty expensive. You definitely want to know more about it before you actually make a purchase, because this thing is 2000 brand new, but you can actually buy it on Facebook Marketplace for about $1,000. Yeah, so this thing is half the price of a used go-kart. Is it worth it? For me, I definitely think it's worth it because my kids, I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, they're not big enough to drive this thing yet. Even if I completely collapse the go-kart, the 4-year-old just cannot reach the pedals. So I can't enjoy go-karting with them unless I drive the vehicle, and I want to take them along with me. So I got this thing. Let's talk about the pros. The pro is this thing has a hook like right here, and it goes onto these two things. So basically, you just take that and it hooks right onto it. It takes 2 M5 bolts and nuts, and you just kind of link them on. And also what's cool about this system is that because it links to this, this frame, this tube, the rear of this one is the same. So theoretically, you could buy another one of these and like centipede it, right? You just put another one and link it up to this thing, which is actually what I'm planning on doing because I have a 2-year-old too. So I'm planning on dragging along my 4-year-old behind me and a 2-year-old behind me and just ride this around the neighborhood and neighborhood trails. So it's gonna be a lot of fun on that. Let's talk about build quality. This thing is basically a metal frame on an ABS shell. If I lift this up, okay, lift this up, you can see the underside of this thing, and you can see the seating right here is just ABS. It's well made. I've had this for a year. It's fine. The metal welding, it doesn't look very good, but it's also just fine. Like you can see how rough it is. It definitely looks like someone made this out of their garage instead of coming from a factory, but it's good enough. The only part where I have concern is the side. The side is really roughly made, especially here where they made like this screw connection to the ABS piece. You can see how sharp it is. And this is supposed to be like the side of the racing cart, right? So if you were to hit anything, I would be concerned about how sharp this thing is, and it might hurt whatever it's going to hit, right? Or it might poke back inside. And the packaging, I can't show the packaging now, but the packaging that this thing arrived in was completely demolished. And this part is bent, so I can't even get this screw kind of screwed into the ABS, right? So this side I can, because it's not bent, but on this side it's definitely bent. But from the outside it looks fine. This is definitely not built to a quality that I would race 20 miles per hour in. This is just something that I can take my kids with and have them experience a little bit of the go-kart without having to go fast. I would never go fast in this thing because it doesn't look and feel the safest. But if you do want a cool and stylish way to kind of take your kids along the ride and have other parents extremely jealous of you, I'm concerned about the build quality. I don't think it's worth $500. I think $300 tops. And the only reason I got it for $500 is because I want to make a YouTube video about it. I think if you're going to spend $500, you might as well get one of these things. These things that you can hook to the back of a bicycle. These things cost like $500. They have suspensions, they're well made. You don't have to worry about how dangerous it is. It has a little flag, you can fit 2 kids in it. In this one, you can fit 1 kid in it. But the bicycle thing, you're gonna need fiddling to have it connect to a go-kart, which I just don't have time for. This one comes out of the box, connects directly to the go-kart in front of it, and could connect another go-kart behind it. So the go-karts, it uses solid tires. So the go-kart's tires are solid. They're completely solid. It's not air filled, but these tires on this little trailer is pneumatic. So it has this thing and it takes up to 30 psi. I put 20 psi on these tires and they're just really, really comfortable for kids to sit in. Another downside of go-karts as a whole is that go-karts don't have suspension. This is not something that you want to cruise around very rough areas with. Even if it's just a speed bump, you're gonna feel it. The shock wave is gonna go into your butt and come out of your mouth. It is incredibly not comfortable. My kids, my 4-year-old, have complained a lot. Even just in a parking lot, like going into the parking lot, there's like a little 1-inch bump, and like he would complain so much about that bump. And every time we go over like a little rock, we feel it all the time. So this is not like a cruiser, right? So how do you deal with that? What I have done is this. It's a Gokart Pro cushion. So I got this cushion for a little kid. And you can put your kids on this thing and it's going to dampen quite a bit of light to medium sized vibrations. You're still going to feel it as a driver, but it's just going to make your kids feel more comfortable. I'll put the link down below, and this thing is pretty cheap. I think it's 20 something bucks to have it shipped to the US through AliExpress. So I got this thing for them. And also one more thing is that these seats don't have bolstering. So what I mean by bolstering, you see on my go-kart, there are these things, raised edges. So when I turn into this and I stay in my seat. When my 4-year-old, who's very skinny, takes up like just in the middle, when I turn, these things don't hold him. So he falls to the right, he falls to the left. Sometimes if I make a really sharp turn, it gets really dangerous. I feel like he's gonna fall off at any moment, or he's flailing. I'm concerned that his hand would get caught on the wheels or touch the floor or something along those lines. So I also got these bolsterings. So you can buy these bolsterings separately, theoretically, for the go-kart, but because the ABS mold is exactly the same, these bolsterings work the same. So you have this base, and this base gets over here on this thing, and then you have this thing that goes on the base. So this way, your child will be kind of squeezed in between the bolsterings. And they have that nice little cushion over there to kind of cushion everything. So yeah, so I would say overall, if money isn't an issue and you really want kind of this styling, and you don't care about going too fast, this is fine. Like I would say for $500, it feels a little bit overpriced. If you have a little kid, you're gonna need to do a lot of work, such as getting a cushion for them and getting side bolstering so that if you turn sharply, they don't fall off of the chair. And also these things, again, they feel like they're homemade. The tubes feel pretty sturdy, but it's just like the way that they're welded on doesn't look very convincingly high quality. And also the ABS the ABS looks nice, but the shell, it feels like it's hiding really ugly things below this trailer. Okay, so one other necessary equipment is this thing. It's like a little goggle for kids who are sitting behind the go-kart. Because what this go-kart does is that the fender it's only big enough to not kick things onto the go-kart, but it will kick everything behind you into what is behind you, right? So when my kid is sitting in this seat, he's just rubbing his eyes the entire time. He keeps telling me like sand is going to his eyes. And when I was riding, I put my hands behind the wheel like this to try to feel, and it's kicking up like literally everything on the ground and spilling it onto the seat. Your go-kart is going to be kicking up a lot of dust. And my current solution is to just give him a goggle. And in the future, I'm going to be looking at maybe like a mod to increase the cover of the fender over here so it doesn't kick up as much dust. And depending on how my 2-year-old wants this, I might order another one of these. I think they made a new one with the red color. It looks really nice. Overall, I think if you have close to $500 to spare, you want the look, and you don't mind kind of need to buy additional accessories to complete this entire look, I think it's worth it. But if you care about the value, I don't think it's worth it. I think the inner tubes are haphazardly made, and I just don't think the overall quality and the utility of this thing justifies $500, considering you can get really, really nice premium bicycle carts for about the same price. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I'll be happy to answer them. And if you want to know how this performs, be sure to be subscribed and click that notification icon, as I'll be making more videos on the go-kart when the summer arrives. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.